Plug-in Alley presents the Working in Music Sucks podcast, the show where we talk about what sucks about working in music so you don't have the same problems. I'm your host, John Maciel, and in this episode, it's an introduction episode, and we're going to talk about who I am, because you're probably listening to me wondering, who the hell's this guy and what gives him the right? And for anyone not familiar with me who is listening, thank you for giving this podcast a shot. And like I said, my name's John Maciel, and I am an audio engineer, producer, mixer, but I started this journey it's got to be like 15 years ago. And through that journey, I've gone through the steps of having a home studio, looking for clients, working with friends, being in bands with friends, all the way up to audio school, audio education, working in audio education, working with mixers and producers on bigger credited records and things of that nature. And I offer a little bit different perspective from the typical, build yourself from the ground up type individuals. No disrespect to them. They're awesome and great. Just my journey is different, so I can only speak to mine. And I feel like my particular journey and my experiences will be something that could help somebody out there, essentially. And starting this type of podcast has been something I've put in the back burner for, I don't even know, like 2-3 years. And now I'm just like, why not? I'm growing my YouTube channel under the Plug-in Alley name, and Plug-in Alley has allowed me, I've allowed myself through the channel to go ahead and start a podcast that goes along with the brand and just helping aspiring audio engineers or people who are experienced or have some experience, and just share my knowledge of what I've learned, what I am learning. And, hopefully that you can take this information and not have to repeat the same mistakes. Because let me tell you, working in music, it sucks. That's why I named it Working in Music Sucks Podcast. And it's not that it sucks because it's not fun, when it's the most fun you could ever have as a job. If your passion is music, working anything in music, as long as it's aligned in music, whether it's being an A&R rep or a music rep or just anything in music, it's all super fun. But there's a lot of it that sucks. And the stuff that sucks is because no one tells you about certain things, because for some reason certain topics are gatekept, or people don't like to talk about it, or there's taboos around certain topics. And I just think that it doesn't have to suck working in music if everyone kind of has the same knowledge base. And what makes music so different is you can go to business school, marketing school, school to become a lawyer, and there's kind of like fundamental principles, right? And audio school kind of offers the same thing, but the key difference is when you can have the technical skills to a certain degree, but actually working in the business is very, very different. There are so many intricacies of what you have to know and navigate when you work in this business at either a label, record level, or intern level. There's just so many things that people don't tell you. And it's like, there's no how-to guide, and everyone will say, everyone's journey is different, which I totally agree. But I do think there are certain aspects that could be just funneled, so it's much easier for people to have success. I mean, for example, one of the things that sucks that you have to learn hardware is social skills and networking. No one teaches you or tells you how to do that. It's kind of trial by fire. And it's similar to, I see that as like someone who's a dating coach for people who are just trying to find a significant other or their future spouse or partner or whatever that is. Like, they've taken those communication skills and turned them into formats that can essentially be frameworks that these people utilize to go out there and accomplish that goal of finding a significant other or partner. And that's how I see the social skills when it comes to working as a solo creativepreneur, recording bands and things of that nature, is knowing the fundamental skills. And the truth is, let's be real. If you're in a band or you're a producer, most of us are awkward individuals. We're introverts. We don't like to talk and communicate, but we know it's a part of the gig, so we force ourselves to go to shows or whatever. And then it's trial by fire. And from there we figure out maybe I shouldn't do that next time so it's not socially awkward. Or what are some things I wish I would have known? And then you go read a book or hear a podcast about self-development or confidence, and all of a sudden you're like, oh man, that's where I messed up on that. So this podcast is really to take all these like subjects and little intricacy topic detail thingies that no one talks about, and give them to you. And, you know, you don't have to make the same shitty mistakes, and you can have more fun than, you know, waking up and being like, like I love working in music, but today it really, really sucks, which has happened to me many, many, many of times. So yeah, that is today's episode. Thank you for listening. I'm really excited about starting this journey and all the like little golden nuggets that I get to finally rant on my own little podcast that will serve and help so many people. So if you found this episode helpful, please share it with someone you know who would find some value in this episode. And if you want to hang out some more, there is a Discord server for Plug-in Alley that I will link in the show notes that you can hop in there and we can have some more cool conversations, do some mix critiques or feedback on productions. If you need anything, we can really chat in there about anything music related, anything you might be needing help with. And until next time, just remember, working in music sucks, but it doesn't have to. And thanks for listening.